where I'm like scared. This guy seems so crazy. He seems so psycho. Like, what is he doing? He pulls out a gun. Oh my god, he pulled out a gun. Like, in that moment, I was like, what the heck? Like, this guy is psycho. Like, what? BAM! Hello, people of the world. So today, I'm gonna be doing a story time video for you guys. Whew! And this story time is pretty crazy. As you can probably tell from the title, this is pretty insane. So this, if you guys know my life and have watched my videos and stuff, you know that I was married and then I divorced the guy, and long story short, it happened. I'm good now. I'm perfectly fine and happy in my life, and yeah, I'm much happier now, actually. Just want to point that out. But basically, when him and I were together, let's call him, what are we gonna call him in this video? I don't want to use his real name. We're gonna call him Nihari. Oh, I really actually love Nihari, like the food. Oh, I'm really hungry right now. But we're gonna call him Nihari just because I'm thinking about it. I should have named him like a really bad food, like Brussels sprouts. But that's too hard to say. I'm just gonna call him Nihari. So, me and Nihari we had vacationed in Florida, right? It was a road trip. So we took a road trip all the way from our state, Maryland, and we road tripped all the way down to Florida last summer. And then we were going to do a road trip back. So we had just left. We're on our road trip back from Florida to Maryland. And we see something happening on the road. Well, Nihari sees something happening on the road. Because, you know, when he was driving and I was just, like, chilling, like, listening to music on my phone, like, you know, just chilling in the car. It was going to be a long ride. I wasn't really paying attention to the road. And so he sees something going on where there's, like, this Ford F-150 and a Kia Optima. And the Kia Optima it's a red Kia Optima. I don't know why I'm telling you that detail, but it's a red Kia Optima. So that red Kia Optima is harassing the Ford F-150. Like, it's going in front of it. It's brake checking. Like, you can just see on the road, like, they're having some, like, road rage going on. Like, you know, and I didn't see it. He's seeing this right now. So then he points it out to me, and I notice it. I'm like, oh my god, like, you know, that sucks. But he liked to put his 2 cents in everything. Like, he just liked to be, like, up in everybody's business. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna go help the Ford F-150. So he goes and, like, somehow, like, he distracts the red Kia Optima so that the Ford F-150 can escape, and that ends up happening. The Ford F-150 takes the next exit and is able to escape. So then my ex, Nihari, he felt so accomplished. He's like, okay, good job, well done, you know, whatever. And I was like, okay, like, you know, that's good. I believe in helping other people too. Sometimes I go out of my way to help other people, but the way that he did it, it wasn't because he wanted to help, it was because he wanted to be involved. Like, he loved just having, like, his 2 cents in whatever the situation was. Like, he just loved being, like, involved in the drama. Like, that's the kind of person he was. And so anyways, oh, before I start this story, I just want to say that there are news articles of this happening. I don't want you to think from the title it's clickbait or anything. There's, like, news articles of this happening. Like, there's news videos of this and stuff. I would link them down below. But I really don't want to put his pictures and his name are all in those news articles and news videos and stuff too. And I really don't want to put his identity out there like that. So I'm not going to link them down below, so I'm just going to need you guys to trust me that this happened. There's stuff out there that it happened, and you guys are, like, detectives. I'm sure you guys will figure it out anyways. But I'm just not going to, like, do that for you. I'm not going to link, and then his identity will be revealed and this and that, and that's just something I want to avoid. But anyways, getting back to the story. So at this point, the Ford F-150 has escaped. We're in the car. We're like, okay, moving along with our lives. We have like a 14-hour long road trip back to Maryland. So we're just like, okay, we're moving along with our lives. And the Kia Optima does not want to let this go. Like, he was mad. Like, he started harassing us. I'm like, oh my god. He raced, and he came in front of us, and he started brake checking us. For you guys who don't know what brake checking is, it's like when you, like, go in front of a car and you just slam on the brakes, and it makes them, like, rear end you from the back. It makes them hit you from the back. So he wanted us to hit him, so, you know, we could, like, get in trouble, because, you know, if you hit somebody from the back, like, it's your fault, like, you know. So he kept on brake checking us, and we're just like, oh my god. So we're like slamming on the brakes too, because he's slamming on the brakes last minute, and then the people behind us are probably like, what the heck, like, you know, they probably almost are about to hit us. So he keeps doing this and we can't escape. He's like boxing us in, like he's just weaving through the road, like wherever we're going he's following us, he's coming in front of us and brake checking. And I'm just like, what the heck? So he's like literally harassing us on the road now, and I'm like, really, like we had to get ourselves in this situation. I'm glad we're able to help the Ford F-150 escape, but now we're in this situation where I'm like scared. This guy seems so crazy. He seems so psycho. Like, what is he doing? That's like, I've heard of road rage before. I've seen road rage before. I'm Desi Pakistani. Like my Desi dad, he goes crazy. Well, when I was younger, oh, it's bad to say when I was younger, but it's true. Like when I was younger, like I would always like see him like flick off people, curse out people on the road. Like he had road rage, and now it's like he definitely doesn't do that anymore now. Like, you know, that was only like for a few years when, like, back in the day. But now my brother does that. My little brother, he drives now, and he has like bad road rage and stuff. But as far as like road rage goes, like I've seen it, you know, but nothing like this crazy. Nothing this crazy. So that guy, in the pursuit of following us and trying to harass us, he hit something on the side of the road. I don't know what it was, like a cone. I don't know what it was. I wasn't looking, but Nihari, my ex, he was looking, so he saw it, and he was like, his side view mirror was like a piece of it broke off, it got damaged, something happened, and it was a brand new Kia Optima. Like, Nihari was really into cars, so he knew all about cars, so he's like, oh, it's like the newest car, whatever, and so he's like, oh my god, like his mirror just flew off, like his mirror just got damaged, like, oh my god, like, I don't know what happened. It was something that happened to the, like, to the side view mirror. I don't know if I said rear view mirror, I meant to say side view mirror. It was his right side view mirror. And he's like, oh my god, like it happened. I'm just like, oh my god, like, no. And because he's probably going to get more mad now, you know. And so that's exactly what happened. He was angry. The guy in the Kia Optima, he was angry. I'm just trying to describe like a description of him, but he was like young. That's what I'm trying to say. And he was young. Like he looked like a normal, like average person. So his mirror like gets damaged, and I'm like, oh my god, like he's getting more angry. That's exactly what happened. So we're in the right lane, right? He was in the right lane, like brake checking us or whatever. So and when that happens, he goes over to the middle lane. So now he's on our left. So we're driving like this, and he's on that side, and I'm sitting shotgun, and Nihari is driving. And all of a sudden, the guy in the Kia Optima pulls out a gun. He pulls out a gun. Oh my god, he pulled out a gun. Like, in that moment, I was like, what the heck? Like, this guy is psycho. Like, what? Like, I have a lot of, like, encounters with, like, psychotic people in my life. People that are just, like, crazy, that do, like, all this crazy stuff. I've had, like, encounters, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, I thought, like, just when my life is feeling good and calm, BAM! Something like this happens. I'm just like, what the heck? When he pulled out the gun, I was like, oh my god, no. But you know what Nihari does? You know what Nihari does? Nihari, while he's driving and stuff, the guy's next to us now, he pulled out a gun. He put the window down. He put his window down, so in case he shoots, it's not gonna mess up his window. What? What? I don't know whether I'm crying or laughing. Maybe a little bit of both. Because in that moment, I felt pure terror. So he puts his window down, and then my ex Nihari, the dumbest thing ever he does next. That was a grammatically improper sentence anyways. He also puts down his window. We're driving side by side. We're trying to speed up, escape, but he's following our speed. Like, he's following us so that, like, we're kind of stuck next to him while he has this gun out. I hope that makes sense. And we're all the way in the right lane, keep in mind. So, and he's, like, next to us, so we can't shift because it's on the side. There's nothing, there's no other, like, lane for us to go into and try and weave through the road. So we're stuck, and we can't change and go onto the left lane because he's right next to us, and wherever we're going, he's going there. We can't, like, escape, like, front or behind him because he's blocking us. And he has this gun out, and me, like, even though terrifying things happen to me and stuff, and, like, I'll feel, like, terrified, but I'll stay calm and I'll do the right thing. That's what I love about myself. Like, that's a weird thing to say, but I love, like, how calm and collected I can be in situations that are just, like, traumatizing and terrifying, just because I've been through so many. I've been through so many absolutely crappy situations that are just like traumatizing, but now it's just like I'm numb to it, like, so I can think clearly and I know what to do. So in that moment, he pulls out the gun. Nihari is, oh, I forgot to tell you what Nihari is doing. Oh my gosh, that's a vital part to the story. Nihari puts down our window and he starts yelling at the guy. What? He starts yelling at the guy with a gun in his hand. He starts yelling. He's like, where are you from? That's what I remember Nihari saying to the guy, like, what does it matter, you know? And I was yelling at Nihari. I'm like, put the window up, stop talking to him, stop yelling. And like, I'm telling him that, like, I say a few times, but he doesn't listen. And I know at this point, like, he never listens. Never, ever, ever. If he wants to do something, he'll do it. He doesn't care if I tell him anything different. He'll always want to do things his way. So at this point, I was like, okay, whatever. I can't do anything in regards to the situation of trying for him to, like, stop pushing the guy even further. So let me just do what I can do. So I'm sitting there, and really quickly, I call the police. I dial 911. I tell them the situation. I'm like, hi, my name is blah, blah, so-and-so. And I tell them the situation. I'm like, we're on the highway. It was the Florida highway. I forgot the name of it, but at the time I knew. And I was like, yeah, I'm here. And then there's a road rage incident, and there's a guy next to us, and he has a gun pulled out right now, and this is happening. And then the lady on the phone was like kind of guiding me, but at this point, Nihari is still yelling at we're on the highway. You can't even hear. Like, do you think that guy can hear what we're saying, or what Nihari is saying to him? No! And that guy is yelling at us too, but I can't hear what he's saying either. Nobody can hear anything, but they're yelling back and forth. They're both, like, equally psychotic, equally mad, and just yelling. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like, what is going, like, are none of these, does Nihari not realize that this guy has a gun? He has the upper hand. Like, stop trying to be so masculine or manly or whatever you're trying to be, and just, like, admit that you need to just, escaping is the best thing that we can do right now. You're not gonna be, like, you're not manning up and trying to fight somebody. He has a gun, you know? I don't know. So I'm still on the phone with 911, and, as I'm on the phone with 911, it's a sticky situation, because what can they do? We're, like, new to that area. We didn't know exactly how to describe to them where exactly on the highway we were. And luckily, this was like a blessing from God. There was a state trooper on the side of the highway, like, pulled over on the side of the highway. And all of a sudden we see him, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, look, look, look. And he sees, and he gets it, like, I don't know, we have just, like, this communication that just happens there. Ding, 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 like, light bulb. And so he starts honking to get the police car's attention, the state trooper police car guy's attention. And he's honking. And at first the police is coming after us, because he thinks we're, like, harassing him or just being idiots or something. But the police guy sees what's going on. Like, there's, like, the other car, and he's, like, harassing us, like, literally driving right alongside us, and the police sees that. So I'm like, praise the Lord, yes. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. So I'm still on the phone at 911 at this point, and I tell them, I'm like, okay, there's a state trooper, we just honked, we got its attention. It was following us initially, but then after it saw what was going on, it started following that guy. It pulled over that guy in the red Kia Optima, and we were safe. But I'm still on the phone with 911, and 911 told me, like, the operator on the phone, she's like, okay, like, we had passed, we're half a mile up, and she's like, okay, how about you guys just pull over now, because they're gonna ask you some questions and stuff, they're gonna get a statement from you and whatnot. And I've dealt with the cops several times before, I'm sorry to say, but I've just been in crappy situations where I've been, like, a victim, or, like, you know, stuff has happened to me, and I've had to give, like, a police report, a statement, all this. So I know how the process works. So I was just like, alright, girl, I got you. I didn't say that to her. But I was like, okay, yes, ma'am, I understand. And so we pulled over. Later on, the cops came. They questioned us. I gave them my statement and stuff. I included, like, all the details in my statement. Like, this was, like, a scary situation. But this is a detail that is vital to the story. When he pulled out the gun, he didn't point it directly at us. He pointed it at the shoulder. He pointed it at the shoulder, like he was pointing it at the shoulder, like he wanted us to pull over to the shoulder. So what, he could shoot us? I don't know why he wanted us, like, obviously that's what he was trying to say, you know? And so that's a vital part of the story, and I made sure that I specified that, because I didn't want to say that he pointed the gun at us, because that's, like, a whole different thing. Like, that's, like, a whole different crime, like, if he points the gun at us. That's, like, so different. And although he was, like, a bad guy for doing this, not a good person, obviously, but still, like, I don't know, I just have the type of heart that, like, I can't, like, I still have felt sorry for him. I know that's crazy to say. I know that's so weird to say, like, but I don't know, I just felt some type of way that I didn't want to have to put him through a hard time, so I was just like, okay, like, I didn't even end up pressing charges or nothing like that, like, I don't know, I was gonna go home to Maryland, this was all gonna be over, I didn't want my name in this, I didn't want my identity to be revealed. I actually told the cops, like, I don't want my identity to be revealed, like, because I was concerned, like, what if he comes after us, like, he gets so angry that we, like, called the cops on him or whatever, what if he, and that we got him pulled over and he got caught with the gun and stuff and doing this, because it's still a crime, like, he still, like, got in trouble for, he had to end up going to jail, but he got bailed out that night, like, with, like, I think it was, like, $2,000 or something like that. A little bit over $2,000 that he had to pay to get bailed out. But, like, that, still, like, I was afraid that, like, he would be like, oh, they put me through this hard time, like, I'm gonna go kill them or whatever. Then he had a gun just ready, like, within arm's reach in a car, which is, I think, not allowed. Like, you can't have a gun within arm's reach in a car. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe that's what it is. And so, like, the type of guy, like, I thought he was in my head, his gun was just there. Like, he seemed like he was so, like, with it. Like, that was his lifestyle. Like, it's hard to explain, but if you were there, you'd understand. So, I thought that he was gonna send his people after me, like, he was gonna have me killed. I thought so many different things, and I didn't want my name out there. And I told that to the police. I was like, is he gonna come? Like, what if, like, he's angry that this happened to him? Obviously, he seems like the guy who obviously has issues with anger and rage. I don't want him to come after me. And the police, like, they were like, no, everything's gonna be fine, this and that. Like, and I was calm. I was calm when I was asking these questions. I was just concerned. And what happened the next day, because we ended up going back and staying in Florida another night because this whole thing had happened and we just couldn't drive home. Like, it was just too much. So we ended up staying in Florida another night, and the next morning when we're heading out again for our road trip, calls from Channel 13, Channel 6, Channel so-and-so, all the news people are calling us, and they want to know our story, they want our pictures, they want this, they want that, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, I didn't want to deal with it, but at the same time, I was like, oh my god, they already have our names out there, they're already putting this story out there, I might as well tell them, like, the story and just help them out with their job. I don't know, I always try to help other people. I have a hard time putting myself and my feelings first sometimes. So I just helped them out because they had our names and the whole story anyways, but they just wanted, like, a quote from us or something like that. So I did that, but still I was like, oh my god, like, he's gonna come after us now. He knows our names, he has our pictures, like, but he already had that information anyways, because regardless, the news people were already putting that out there. They already knew the information. I don't know, what happens when the police does this report? Do they just send it to the media? I don't know, but they already knew everything, and they just, they already had our names, and this and that, so I still spoke to them and whatever, and they used, like, the weirdest part of my, thing that I said to them on the phone, because it was, like, a phone interview. So, I was like, yeah, like, I told him the whole story, and I literally only said one line where I was like, yeah, in that moment I thought I was gonna die, or I thought, like, because I did, like, when he had the gun out, like, I did feel like, okay, this is it, Maha, that's it, you've had a good life, just, like, you know, say your prayers, and this is it, you know, but, like, I only mentioned that line once. The rest of the story that I told to the news people were, like, details of the story, what had happened, like, you know, I told them that, but the only thing they included was that line that I said, I thought I'm gonna die. That's the media for you, ladies and gentlemen. That's how the media works. But anyway, so it makes me sound like a total wimp, but I just want you guys to know I wasn't a wimp throughout that situation. I was the one who actually used my knowledge and called the cops and, like, you know, was calm throughout the whole thing and wasn't, like, raging like Nahari was or like that other guy was, you know, the Kia Optima guy. So that's a crazy story time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already, and also turn on post notifications to be notified super right away as soon as I post a new video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you'll stay here forever.
There's a man on the road brake, and people getting in front of other cars and on his brake, and he just got up with a gun.
Okay.
He rolled down his window.
Alright, what exit are you by? He threatened you with a gun?
He's waving with a gun at us.
Okay. Okay. He was waving the gun at you, okay? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
gun at us.
Do you know what type of gun it was?